There's no better time to find these tremendous Mazda savings than right now at Team Mazda. Get 0% financing on any new Mazda CX-5, Mazda CX-30, Mazda CX-50, or the Mazda CX-90. Find out just how much you can save at Team Mazda on Airline.
Welcome to 703. It is 9 News Now.
It is 9 News Now.
Thank you to Team Mazda for jumping on board the plus with us. We appreciate it.
Were you getting in the car or something?
Well, we're zooming.
Now.
And that maybe not. I knew he was playing it. I knew he was playing it.
Shout out the food. I get free McDonald's.
You know what they could do? They could sponsor you. You get out there and ride some bus routes and check some stuff out.
You know, Lamont Cole was on Superintendent, and he talked about people with CDLs, and I've got a CDL driving the buses, you know. And
what can't you do? You can fly? You can drive? Can you drive a boat?
You know what? And I was going to help them out last year when they had all the drama, but I can only drive afternoons, and they needed the bus drivers to drive morning and afternoon.
You literally had that conversation.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I was going to try to help out in the afternoons.
Yeah.
But they need
morning and afternoon to be the same. I don't know if it's the same now, but we'll see.
Yeah. It sounds like they're in a better position.
Yeah.
But you could always use the help of Johnny A.
That's it. He is everywhere. If you happen to see him, he drives to a lot of community events too. So if you see him, say hello. You're my traffic guy in the morning.
Big black motor coaches from Dixieland Tours.
Love it. Love it.
You ever driven with him or flown with him, Jared?
You know what? I haven't. I need to do that.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
He's a great driver.
Oh, he's a great driver.
And a pilot.
No, I'm sure he is. Wait.
He's got a story.
Was it the driving or the flying that was bad?
You know what? Here's the thing. He was a great pilot. I just.
But?
Well.
You threw up.
But given the circumstance,
did you do that
were
on
doing
purpose,
the story.
Johnny?
No, he was hanging his head out the window with a camera looking down and we were in hot air and turbulent conditions right before a hurricane. And that makes anybody sick.
Thought maybe you were trying to pull 0G or something.
I did hear him after that, about a day later, he goes, "What time did you guys land?" And he said, "Well, Johnny landed at 4:02, 4:03, 4:04.
It's an old pilot joke, but I don't think that's very far from actual reality. He's a great pilot, an even better driver.
Wish I was there. I would have, because he was inverted. I would have taken it.
I see what you did.
I see what you did.
Johnny can do it all. I mean, you could step in and do a little weather for us.
I can just say, hey, it's hot, not going to rain.
There you go.
That's it. There's the forecast.
Our work is done here for the day. Thank you, Johnny A. We appreciate you. We'll see you in a minute. You are looking live over the downtown area. Lots of sunshine on Our Lady of the Lake Sky 9. 79 degrees, feels like 83. No help from the winds, no help from the humidity, and the temperature doesn't need any help by itself, getting up to 99. So, yeah, we missed 100. Big deal. We just missed a record of 102. Today's heat advisory in effect area-wide until 7 p.m. We're probably going to continue to string together several more days of these heat advisories. I would say maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to finally let go of them. Maybe when we get to this point, Sunday or maybe Saturday, when the dew points really start to drop down to the 60s. That's about the best we can do this time of year. What's the net difference? Does it actually make an impact on the way it feels out there? And I think it will. Sunday, that's a little bit of an improvement, not a huge improvement, but we'll take whatever we can get at this point. Nothing doing on our live local radar, and I doubt we're going to see that much more than that going forward. A couple of thunderstorms of the non-severe variety, but those are out to sea. Now we go to the Carolina coast. Here's a look at Tropical Storm Debbie. Definitely looks far less impressive than it looked over the past couple of days. There's the track. Over the next 24 hours, it really hugs the coastline of South Carolina, then gets picked up by a trough, and then it screams up to the north, and they can finally wave goodbye to what has been a very pesky rainmaker. As far as the rest of the tropics, here is some really, really good news. Only a 10% chance now over the next 7 days of that wave, whether it does or doesn't get into the Gulf. Doesn't look like it's a threat. And there's nothing else out there at this point. Fingers crossed it's going to stay that way. We don't want anything like this, what we're seeing on the graph model. Still, even though that system is starting to weaken, it's still going to put down inches of rain over the next several days. Matter of fact, some of these areas have already had 10 to 12 inches. Some of them can tack on another 10 to 12 in Columbia, Raleigh, going up towards Roanoke. So again, hopefully you don't have any travel plans involving that area. Back in our neck of the woods, you add all 7 days up, you put it together, and not much rain, less than a half inch going forward over the next 7 days, mainly at the tail end of that 7-day forecast. Back to school forecast, not all the kiddos back to school yet. By tomorrow, most of them will be, and hopefully those AC units in all the schools are ready to rock and roll. Overnight forecast, the low temperature not so low at 79 degrees. And because it's Wednesday, let's go ahead and fast forward to the weekend, shall we? Saturday 99, Sunday 98, but again, less humidity on Sunday, so maybe we can let go of those heat advisories. No heat warnings. That's something good to talk about. And over the next 5 or so days, we continue to be bone dry out there. Not much relief from the heat. Then we go in the next work week. We'll start to slowly but surely increase those rain chances and get back to a more typical summertime weather pattern. At 7:07, we go back to the man who can do it all.
Thank you, Jared. I don't know about that. Taking you out to the world of traffic, and our slowest traffic is on I-12. We're going to see all of our interstate systems become a little bit busier in the coming days and weeks as schools get back in session today in Assumption and St. Mary parishes, and then locally some back tomorrow and the rest of the week. Here's I-12 right near the 1012 from our WAFB Gordon McKernan First Alert Traffic Camera Network right here near College Drive. Decent flow of traffic slowing down around Acadian, and then as you get toward the downtown area, bridge traffic is a little bit slower coming in from the west on 10 East. Chaffalot Basin, all lanes are open, but there's still about a 4-mile backup coming out of Henderson toward the basin. That's coming eastbound on 10. Westbound, if you're going to Lafayette, you're absolutely fine. 7:08, we have a pretty informative, very busy morning this morning, and we're going to recap some of the top headlines you need to know about with Matt and Liz from the desk. We do it all here on WAFB 9 News Now.
.09 your time here. Welcome back to first day of school for so many folks, right? And so we're going to be talking about that. Already have this week into next week as they get going. But speaking of getting going, you got folks in Central, teachers, staff, that kind of thing, who are going to be getting going with a little extra coin in the pocket.
Big news coming from the Central School District here. Teachers set to get a pay raise. Now the raises are going to vary just depending on how much experience that educator has. There's a $750 pay raise for first-year teachers, but those with a decade of experience, well, they're going to get $3,000 more each year.
So that's pretty impressive as this moves forward. Central getting ready to welcome everybody back. Another school district getting ready to welcome everybody back. Livingston, right? One of the largest school districts in South Louisiana, our viewing area. Check that out. Our Matt Venezia live there this morning with some of the folks packing boxes, the assess the need folks, so that teachers could come and get that stuff, get it into the classroom.
And they know that this is like clockwork. They've been doing this for 22-something years
now. That's exactly right.
They are assessing the need to make sure that every classroom has what they need from elementary school to high school. So you can see there, if you'd like to see all of the different back-to-school supply resources and everything you need to know, Matt's got that in his web story for you.
So that's one of the largest school districts in the area, right? The largest is EBR. They get going tomorrow, along with West Baton Rouge. And so you're looking at a bus. Why? Well, if you are in EBR, you know the issues that the school district had last year. Bus drivers on strike because there's a lot of issues. Kids left at bus stops, couldn't find their way home. What you're seeing now, Liz, is some of the ways they're hoping to address that this year with day one tomorrow.
And we were talking about this, Matt. As a parent for you, as of an EBR student, you downloaded the app there, but you're maybe seeing some kinks, right?
Sure.
And maybe we talked about that phone line that you can call in as well. Well, if you go ahead, you want to download it today before school starts tomorrow, check to make sure that your child's information is all right. Their name, their address, their school bus route information. And if you have trouble, Lamont Cole was actually in studio talking about if you're having issues, go ahead, call the school from 7 to 3. School hours. If you're having any issues outside of that, that's what that extra phone line is for.
And so that extra phone line, that transportation phone bank that they're going to be running for until August 14th?
17th.
And they put 5 more people in there beginning today because they understand how important this is. That's exactly what the superintendent told us this morning. Now, still, you could have some issues He recommends just keep dialing, that kind of thing until you get the answers you're looking for. Yes, call the school depending on the time frame. Download that app. They're working hard to try to make sure that all that happens. And speaking of working hard, our digital team has put this together, trying to help make sure that you have a place to go for all your back-to-school questions. You can find it right there.
That's also where you can find our interview, our conversation with Superintendent Lamont Cole talking about safety.
Yeah.
His goal is to try to visit every school at EBR within the first 2 days. A lofty goal here, but he says he's going to try to do it. That resource also great for you to share your school first day of school photos. So many of you already sending them in. Look at them cheesing, getting ready. How cute are they?
Look at the grins.
I love it.
Send them in so we can show them off.
Yes, we'd love to.
Okay. Other things going on.
Yes.
Actually, today, Rotary Club, they're getting together. They always do. I love it. Depending on the conversations, you never know. If I'm out there at this lunch, I may not actually get to eat it. Ronnie Rance, a name that sports fans are going to know in South Louisiana, stepping up to the microphone. This is going to be a good one here.
Oh, I think you said earlier he may throw your food at you, so you want to duck. Yeah, obviously a lot of Tiger fans knowing that name. He's also the owner of the Baton Rouge Rougarous. That conversation, a lot of things being talked about today. It'll start at noon at Drusilla Place Catering. Remember, doors will open at 11:30. Listen in, why not? That's a great lunchtime conversation.
It really, really can be. Speaking of great, you want to do Purple Heart? You want to do the Purple Heart real quick?
Yeah,
and jump to that to make
let's.
sure that we actually don't forget about it. It is actually Purple Heart Day. And we got something going on in the area coming up, next week?
Yes.
But Purple Heart Day. Purple Heart was originated by George Washington as a way to give just general soldiers in the Army a way to win an award or be awarded something, meritorious service back in the day. Now the Purple Heart is for, of course, wounded, even killed in service.
So next Wednesday at 3 o'clock, Mayor President Sharon Weston Room honoring those injured, served, killed in the U.S. military.
Gosh, yeah.
You're all encouraged to wear purple at the ceremony. Again, this is going to happen next Wednesday at 3 p.m. It's going to happen there at City Hall. So please let your family members know, especially if they've served. If they have a family member that was killed, they would love to honor you next Wednesday, and those stories too.
And you have your grandfather's Purple Heart?
Great uncle. Well, both grandfathers served in different theaters, Europe and Pacific. But great uncle who was killed in service, and I have his. I got a lot of their stuff, my grandfather's stuff, but I have his Purple Heart. But that is not unique. I'm far from unique. I mean, there's Purple Hearts and memorabilia sitting on shelves all over the country from those who've served. I mean, that greatest generation. So to have that day today and then just remember an opportunity later.
We can never say thank you enough for anyone's service to this country. All right, we still have more to come here on 9 News. Join us in 25 minutes.
It's Truck Month at Team Toyota, where you'll find great savings on the reliable and versatile Toyota Tacoma. Or get 1.99% financing on the new Toyota Tundra or $3,000 customer cash. Don't miss these tremendous savings during Truck Month happening now at Team Toyota.